Tuesdays because we got our Lenten lunches tomorrow at noon. We hope you'll join us in person or online. The stream will start if you're going to join us online at 12:30 tomorrow. But we're coming to you live today for our midweek devotion. This week I want to talk about a song by a guy named Dan Auerbach. He's the lead singer and guitarist of the Black Keys, that rock band. He put out a solo album about 15 years ago, and while I wouldn't call the songs catchy per se, there is one that sticks out to me these years later. It's called Heartbroken in Disrepair. And it's not just the driving guitar riff that keeps me going back to it, though that helps. The lyrics do the lion's share of the work. Auerbach tells the brief story of a man living out in the world, reflecting upon how he ended up effectively homeless. He wanders the world looking for a light in the darkness that a broken heart has left him in. He feels the weight of his choices and mistakes he's made because it's left him in a quite literal state of brokenness or disrepair. He's got nothing left. But the line I come back to again and again and again is in the second verse. He sings, "God may forgive me, but that's not enough, because I got to live with myself till I'm dust." What an honest lyric. It hits home hard. Sometimes what I say, lands hollow. Forgiveness is proclaimed, but rendered ineffective because the weight of our brokenness hangs as heavy as a funeral pall over our lives. Auerbach has diagnosed it rightly, in disrepair, or kind of close to it, despair. He's in a state of despair, which Soren Kierkegaard calls the sickness unto death. The gospel, what we proclaim, that sinners are forgiven, doesn't whitewash the pain and hurt that we cause to others. It also doesn't mean that we won't be held accountable in this life for those sins. People won't still want their pound of flesh here. What it does mean is that the despair you are feeling over the situation that you're in isn't the last word on your life. Auerbach is right. We have to live with our sin till we're dust. But Jesus promises we won't be left among the dirt forever. First Peter gets at this pretty clearly, where he writes, Christ himself suffered on account of sins once and for all, the righteous on behalf of the unrighteous. He did this in order to bring you into the presence of God. Knowing you're forgiven, believing your past isn't a predictor of your ultimate future, trusting Jesus to bring you to God at the last is the impetus for reconciliation. You can move beyond the disrepair and despair of your life, maybe even try and repair the cracks you've caused, because that's not where you're going to stay. Indeed, you will be made new. Auerbach focused on only the first half of the promise, but I hope you will hear the second half too. By the sake of Christ, you are forgiven and free. You are not beyond repair. Thanks for joining me for this week's devotion. I hope you heard a word of grace that you are not beyond repair. If you like what you heard, please like and share it with someone who you think needs to hear it. And always, you're invited to join us for worship on Sunday mornings. We gather at 10:30 in person and online. But if not, our benediction is the same as always. God be with you till we meet again.